life because we fail to take it seriously. We think it is a game, when in reality, it is warfare. It's not always going to be easy. But if you trust him, he will see you through.
Can you trust God when they stop believing? Can you trust God when they stop cheering your name? Can you trust God when people don't see it? Can you sing praises in the face of adversity? Can you sing praises when you are discouraged, when you are tired, when you are weary, when you feel like nothing is left in the tank? Can you sing?
Sometimes it's just you and God. It's just you and God, where you gotta put the work in alone. And you gotta walk through valleys. You gotta walk through devastation. You gotta master the ability to sit in that pain and not abort the mission. It's you and God. Choose this day whom ye shall serve. This is not a motivational moment. This is a divine interruption. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up! Destinies are hinged on the decision that you make. It was Moses that met God alone on the mountain. It was Jacob that wrestled with destiny alone in the wilderness. It was the Lord Jesus Christ himself that prayed in agony in Gethsemane while his disciples were sleeping. And I know what it feels like for people to sleep on you, for people not to believe in you. But you have to believe. And you've got to stretch, and you've got to push, and you got to pull, and you got to leap, and you got to run. My prayer for you right now is that you will no longer be captivated by the systems, cycles, and paradigms of the enemy. The devil has studied your bloodline. He has tracked your patterns, and he is waiting. You need to make the decision that perhaps your father did not make, your mother did not make, your environment did not make. Come to the resolve that the systems, the paradigms, and the cycles of the enemy, every demonic infrastructure collapses when I make the decision to follow Jesus. It's you and God.
This is the last day you are going to allow this giant to defy you. I know. It hasn't been easy, but it's time to win. You are going to need vision. Before you win, you're going to have to see it. I want you to see yourself winning. David saw himself winning this battle. He saw it, he spoke it, he experienced it. If you can see it, you can have it. On the other side of your fear is a fulfilled destiny. How bad do you want it? Whatever your giant may be, name the giant. You will defy me no more. You will defy me no more. When your giant defies you, when your giant teases you, when your giant attempts to trap you and remind you of your present and your past, remind your giant of its future. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. No more will you haunt me. Goliath is dead.
There will be many giants in your life. There will be depression. There will be anxiety. There will be oppression. There will be stress. There will be overwhelm. Will you buckle under the pressure, or will you rise to the occasion? If you are going to defeat your giant, if you are going to defy the odds, if you're going to remove the lids and the labels, if you are going to step and venture into uncharted territory, you are going to have to master the art of rising early. There will be times in your life where you are going to have to face giants that nobody will face. And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with the Philistine. David had already had it made up in his mind. David was fully persuaded that he would defeat the Philistine. And for many of you, you will never have your future until you are fully persuaded that you are a carrier of everything required to fulfill your destiny. If nobody believes in you, you gotta make it up in your mind that all you have is all you need. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against the Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he is a man of war from his youth. It's interesting to me because David was doubted by a king. David was doubted by a man that was a carrier of the disease called fear. And there are going to be people who are going to attempt to talk you out of your destiny. They will talk you out of your dream. They will tell you that your dream is too big. They will tell you that your destiny cannot be fulfilled. They will tell you it is impossible to accomplish what you have set out to accomplish. But it's not about what they say. It's about what you say. And David said to Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear and took the lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and I smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him. King Saul doubted David, but David had to pull up his resume. David had to reflect over what God had already done through him. David had to reflect on what he did previously. It is the battles that you face today that prepare you for tomorrow's wars. It was David that did not just have faith in himself, but he had faith in the God in him. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. You got to remember who is inside of you, not just what you've been through, not just your resume, but it is time for you to remember God's resume. What has God done for you? What has God done for your family? I believe that he's bringing you into an uncharted state of victory. I believe that you were born to triumph over every demon, over every devil, over every addiction, not within your own power, but through the power of Jesus Christ, the King of Kings. Remember, you are not fighting for only yourself, but you are fighting for a generation of people who will come after you. You are fighting for the bride. You are fighting for your family. You are fighting for your legacy. What you are fighting for is bigger than you. Do not forget this.
There will always be obstacles. There will always be challenges. There will always be giants. And greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. I have killed the giant. I have slain Goliath. If God be for me, then who can be against me? The battle is the Lord's.
Let the fear fade and let faith invade. You must move forward in strength. Do not succumb to the depression, the anxiety, the rage, the hatred, or the regret. Live in purpose. Resist the temptation to give in.
I can tell you this, that resurrection is a decision. And every single day you gotta decide. People who publicly rise are the people that made a private decision not to stay down any longer. I don't know what time you're listening to me, and I don't mean to sound morbid, but somebody died tonight. Somebody died this morning. Somebody died this afternoon. I don't know what time you're listening to me, but somebody didn't make it.
There's still life left in you. You are still breathing. You have another opportunity to begin again. And every day, every single day, gives you that new opportunity.
Appreciate it.
Flow from this place of gratitude and say, God, thank you for keeping my mind when I could have lost it. Thank you, Lord, for giving me one more day, one more opportunity. They say time is what we want most, but what we use worst. The moment that you stop striving, the moment that you stop pressing, the moment that you stop fighting, you start dying. Just keep going to the next level. Just keep climbing that staircase. Just keep going. And it's not about beating the man or woman that's standing in the room with you. It's about beating the man and the woman that's in the mirror. Can you do better than you did yesterday? That's all I want to ask you. Can you do better? If you haven't been able to get up, something inside of you has to snap. I know you're beaten, but get up. I know you're bleeding, but get up. I know you're insecure, but get up. I know it wasn't your fault, but get up. I know it hurts, but get up. I know you have blood in your eyes, but get up. Get up. Get up. Wake up. Why are you here? What is your design? Why do you survive? Come on, start thinking about these things. You're still alive for a reason. Somebody died today, but you're still here listening. In this very moment, you have an opportunity. Someone who can rise is someone who is not dead yet. You are not dead yet. You are not dead yet. You are not dead yet. You may be tired, but you are not dead. You may be broken, but you are not dead. You may be weary, but you are not dead. You have an opportunity to rise above what happened to you. You can condemn me and crucify me to a past that is planted in pain, but I will rise. I make the decision that resurrection is my gift. Your perseverance is not even about you. The future, the next generation, legacy, destiny is attached to this. Your life may not look anything like you thought it would look right now, but you have an opportunity today to change that. And every decision you make is either bringing you to your destiny or taking you from your destiny. If you're walking through or walked out of or survived the worst trauma and pain of your life, believe that this is the first day of the best days of your life. You gotta take everything you have on the inside and claw your way back. You've been in this cave. You've been in this deep, dark prison of obscurity and uncertainty and doubt and fear. This is the day you come out of your pit of misery, your cell of uncertainty and doubt and fear. This is your day. Get up and beat yourself from yesterday. It's not about comparing yourself to everybody. It's not about scrolling through social media and looking at the people that are projecting the highlights of their life. It's not about that. It's about, can you do better than you did yesterday? Just need you to be 1% better than you were yesterday. If you can be 1% better than you were yesterday, you're making progress. Every day, every single day is a new beginning. So take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. It's a new day, a new opportunity. You can get to a place in your life where you are so tired that you can hardly move, and you can be so fragmented, so beat up that you can't even open your eyes. I know what that paralysis feels like. It's like, man, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I don't feel like doing it right now. I don't feel like thinking again. I don't feel like writing it down again. I don't feel like reading it again. I don't want to talk about it. I'll do it tomorrow. And sometimes we can get wrapped up in that human condition that says, man, I don't have what it takes. I don't know how to navigate the terrain. I'm so broken. I'm so tired. I'm so buried under the misery of my past and the mistakes that I made. And we're waiting for these perfect conditions, and we keep thinking that perfect is coming tomorrow. Perfect doesn't come to you. As we practice and as we process, we can achieve a measure of perfection. So if you want to take action and you want to step out of the place of stagnation,
If you're going to step into the power of the present, if you're going to seize the opportunity, then one of the things you're going to have to stop doing is overthinking. Come on, you got to stop overthinking. Like you're thinking this thing, you're thinking yourself out of it. You're negotiating your path out of this opportunity, this moment in time where you could really become something, really accomplish something. And so we gotta stop overthinking. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have what it takes. I don't have the education. I don't have the background. You know those lies we tell ourselves. So my question is, are you willing to take continuous action? Get that urgency back. Somebody step back into the place of action. Somebody step back into the place of faith and determination. Somebody get back into that space, that mindset, that mentality that says, I'm living like it's my last. I'm putting it all on the table. I'm giving this thing everything I have. Tomorrow is not promised. Just because somebody else lived to see 70 doesn't mean I'm gonna live to see 70. And so every single day of my life, I'm gonna give it everything I have. I'm gonna love like there's no tomorrow. I'm going to forgive like there's no tomorrow. I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna try again like there is no tomorrow. Like this is my only opportunity.
I need you to live every day like there's no tomorrow. Love, smile, forgive, believe, hope, expect incredible things. Make it up in your mind that every day you are blessed to see, you will give it everything you have. You will live like there is no tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow!
Everything changes today.
Before every transformation, there is a measure of darkness. Before the rising of the sun, there is a night season. And many don't understand that there was a process, there was a pathway, there was a corridor to being chosen. There's a price you have to pay to being crowned. Everybody wants to win. And everybody wants to be applauded and celebrated and honored and crowned. But before you can be crowned, you are going to have to deal with the inevitable. You must be chosen.
We love the idea of being chosen because it feeds our ego, the recognition, the spotlight, the applause. It is sweet, but there is a truth you cannot escape. When you are chosen, you're handpicked by God to be separated from the crowd. You will become misunderstood. Being chosen is not always celebration. It is assignment. And when you are assigned, you are anointed to face trial, tribulation, to face fire. Pressure is the love language of destiny. You are chosen to be tested. You are chosen to be betrayed. You are chosen to suffer loss. You are chosen to share a message of hope and transformation. That if God can take you from nothing to something, then he can do anything for anybody. That nothing is impossible. That your mess will become your message. Every man or woman who is crowned is chosen, and they were born for the time they were needed most. Because before every transformation, there is a measure of darkness. Before the sun rises, there is a season of night. There will be times where people don't understand me, and it feels like my life is falling apart. But I'm not falling apart. I am being rebuilt. God, I may be in the middle of suffering, but I believe God chose me. I got bills, but God chose me. I got people walking out of my life. It seems like the lights are going out, but God chose me. If you are chosen, and I believe you are, and if you believe you've been destined to be crowned, and I believe your destiny is to be crowned, then I just need you to navigate this crushing with all the faith that you can muster. Being chosen will demand that you step out of comfort and into a deep conviction It's time to get serious about the calling on your life. There are moments in life that are going to absolutely crush you. And you're going to feel broken under the weight of disappointment, rejection, and failure. And you will ask, why me? Why now? And it will be easy for you to believe that you're being punished. But I want to tell you, it's not punishment, it's process. We all know this, but let me tell you again, in case you forgot, diamonds are formed under pressure. Gold is refined by fire. Purpose is revealed in seasons of crushing. Only the tree with fruit is shaken. If life is pressing you, if pain is stalking you, if betrayal and loss and famine have visited your door, it means that there is something inside of you the world is trying to extract, that there's a message on your mess. This is not the end of your story. It is the making of your legacy. This is not the end of my story. It was Moses that met God alone on the mountain. It was Jacob that wrestled with destiny alone in the wilderness. It was the Lord Jesus Christ himself that prayed in agony in Gethsemane while his disciples were sleeping. And I know what it feels like for people to sleep on you, for people not to believe in you. And every time a man or woman walks out of your life, God gets closer. You are not falling apart. You are being rebuilt. You may be asking the question, why me, God? Why not you? This is a cocoon before the flight. This is your fire before the gold. This is your cross before the crown. I'm talking to the people that are in the middle of darkness and isolation and uncertainty and doubt, and you are battling fear. And it's as if suddenly people don't understand you. Friends are walking away. Doors are shutting. You look around and it feels like you are alone, but I'm telling you, you are not alone.
If you're listening to me and you're going through any type of hardship and you're navigating it and you have not thrown in the towel and it seems as though God's gone silent in your life and it seems as though everything is being stripped from you and you're walking through this, what I like to call divine isolation, you are on the right path. Before destiny manifests, isolation is inevitable.
The crushing is the interview room before you walk into greatness. Will you stay when no one is clapping for you? Will you keep going when it seems as though your dreams are running from you? Most will quit. The ones who are crowned are simply the ones who did not quit. It is not punishment. It is the proving ground. Pressure is the love language of destiny. Destiny is heavy, and it will bend your spine if you try to carry it casually. There's a part of you that must die in order to manifest the version of yourself that life and God is demanding. What you see as a setback is a setup for strength, growth, and transformation. Shift your perspective. Stop seeing this as suffering without purpose, but see it as a divine strategy for proving that the hand of God is on your life. And silence is not absence. Silence is a strategy. The teacher is always silent during the test, and right now, you are being tested.
God is trying to get your attention.
This is not the time to give up. This is the time to endure. Endure! Will you stay when no one is clapping for you? Will you keep going when it seems as though your dreams are running from you? It feels as though your back is up against the wall. You don't know to go left or right. You've lost your job. Maybe you've lost some people. You've lost a mother. You've lost a father, a loved one, the person you thought you would spend the rest of your life with. The crushing is the interview room before you walk into greatness. The race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but he that endureth to the end. And if you survive the crushing long enough, the next phase is the crowning. This is not the end of my story. The crushing is temporary, but the rewards will be eternal.
There's a price you have to pay to being chosen.